He goes to bed about 9 o'clock, and he doesn't get up again unless he hears something. He don't get up until like 7:30 in the morning.
Damn.
He sleeps all night.
That's good.
He'd be
because
snoring.
Casey still gets up sometimes.
He don't get up at all. He'd be snoring. I'll wake up. His head be laying on my head. And he's snoring. Crazy.
I love it. It's like we train them to come sleep with us from the time they're babies.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? I mean, a lot of people don't like their dogs to get up on the couch and get up in the bed. I'm like, this is my baby.
Yeah, and you keep them as clean as you can.
And that's why my couch, even though it's like, not like a brand new expensive couch, is always covered in different blankets.
Yeah, yeah.
For their paws and their goobs and their chewing gooeys and whatever they do. But it's so that I can actually take the blanket off the couch and go wash it every week instead of trying to scrub stains out of the fabric. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And as far as sleeping with us, we've always had our pets sleep.
Yeah,
my entire life, my pets have slept with me.
Me too. Ever since I was a little boy.
Yep. Even when we were little, before my brother was born, we had miniature schnauzers. They slept with me.
Yeah.
And then my brother picked up, when he was like 10, he picked out Monty, and I picked out the sister Layla. And they're still alive. They're like 12, 13 now, but...
Ooh, the other day on TV, they had the oldest dog.
How old?
27 years old.
I'm telling you, growing up, my grandparents, the family dog, Dusty, he was a cockapoo, Cocker Spaniel and Poodle mix. He was white with like soft white curly hair. 22 years old.
My next door neighbor,
nobody believes me, and I'm like, I swear to God.
My next door neighbor, she's about 80. She might be close to 90. And I swear, she's had this little dog. As long as I can remember, this dog's gotta be 16 or 17 years old, easy.
I hope that, she'd be devastated without it.
Yeah, she would be.
You know what I mean?
She would be.
It's so hard.
That's the only problem with dogs. I love dogs, but,
You know they ain't gonna live past you.
Yeah.
I know that with them. If we got smaller dogs, they live longer.
Yeah, smaller dog. That's why I got a smaller dog this time, because I had a pit bull before this, him and...
What was his name?
Buster.
Buster and Boston.
He had a big head. He had a real big head.
Like Vision?
Vision's
shoulders complement his head size. Like his upper body is pretty...
Yeah, stocky intense.
Yeah.
All right, so Troy Bubar, I think that's how you said y'all best weed channel for real or FR. And Uncle Dean says, hello all, almost 420. Both my puppies sleep with me. What the fuck? It's Friday. I missed the day, says Timothy.
You're online? I didn't know. I'm sorry, babe.
Alright.
What's up, Dean? What's up?
I thought someone else was coming here. I wasn't sure.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Man, you better go to the barbershop.
He's talking to you.
Let that gray,
Is he talking to you?
Let that gray off of you. Let that gray off of you, he says.
You're asking me a haircut.
Blunts.
Trim that beard up.
In real shit, one-on-one. Said that.
It's crazy.
We should let it go till you can twirl the top of curls into that 50s twist.
No, just let it grow into plaits.
Literally, if he grows it out long enough when it's wet,
let it grow into plaits.
It'll come out like curls like this.
Yeah.
Little ringlets.
Yeah.
And it dries puffy like that.
Man, they are doing it in Thailand. Oh my God.
What do you mean?
The party is still going on, man. They said people could come into Thailand like crazy from everywhere.
We smoking
all of Europe.
Fuego. Twist OG.
Is that what that is?
Yep. Well, it's not 420 yet, but whatever.
No, we're close enough.
It was 420 an hour ago somewhere.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to Thailand, man.
Yeah, I know. You won't shut the fuck up about it.
Because it's the place right now.
Is it?
It really is, dude. Now if you're squeamish about heat, it might not be the place for you. Oh. But other than that, it's the place, man.
It's more about being around so many people. Like most of the cities are like packed.
Well, Messiah is it what it's called? Messiah isn't like that, and what's the other one? It's 3 or 4 cities that are really nice that aren't that big. That may be 100,000, 150,000 people, you know, and so they're really nice. And the cost of living is really cheap. Really
For
cheap.
now, at some point it won't be.
Yeah, well, no, it'll always be cheaper in the West.
How do you know?
Yeah, it will be always because it's a lot of have-not people, man, or I should say, country people, province people. They don't have a lot of money. You know.
Yeah, I know, but eventually that's the same thing. The U.S. used to be that. Used to be nothing but hicks and bumpkins with not a lot of money.
I mean, by that time, it might be 30 years or 40 years from now.
I mean, now it's a lot of people without no money.
Yeah.
Most of the people that have the money are like a very small amount. So,
But the people are supposedly some of the friendliest people in the world, man. That's what everybody says. My engineer friend that moved to Kansas, he came up here to get some bud, and he told me he worked for Ford Motor Company. He's an engineer for Ford. He just retired and moved back to his farm in Kansas. He has a big farm in Kansas. But he told me when he was working at Ford's, they sent him to Thailand for a couple of months. He was telling me about it, you know.
yeah. Man.
He said he said it was hot as hell. But he said the women are just absolutely beautiful.
All of Thailand's hot. It's like a swamp, isn't it? Because it's a peninsula.
Yeah, it's hot all the time.
Hey, go eat your food.
I mean, you know, you every now and then you'll get a day.
Go. Move. Go. Get back.
Every now and then you might get a day where it's 70 or it's 65, but it's not gonna get any colder than that. It stays between 85 and 105 all the time.
Clean it up.
But there are places here that get really hot.
Water, would you?
And you what?
Never mind, I'll reach it. Give everyone a good show.
So today I watched a guy, it's a black guy that lives there, and he's a retired military dude. And he says, he goes, every evening he goes out to the beach and has him a beer and a joint. He walks him down the beach and smoke a joint. So you walk right by the police, they don't say nothing to you, just, hello, just keep smoking. Now, I was told you weren't supposed to smoke in public, only in private or inside of an establishment. But
Probably depends on the area.
this guy says, hey, people are smoking all over the place. I mean, outdoors and stuff.
It probably depends on the area.
Yeah, man.
Just like in Ann Arbor, you could always smoke outside.
And they were smoking. They had Thai sticks. They had Blue OG. And what was the other one? Another OG. That's what they were smoking. And the shit looked really good. What is this, bread?
Pancake.
Mmm.
Hey, babe.
Huh?
Can you order can we get sandwiches for dinner?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it after I'm done.
Yeah, I know, but if they have salt and vinegar chips, can you get me those with it? From the place we usually go to. I don't know what it's called, but I like the ham.
Okay.
What is it called?
Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, that one.
They make a nice big ass one too.
I make those. It's literally banana smashed up, mixed up with an egg, whole wheat flour, baking soda and baking powder, and walnuts.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes fucking amazing pancake.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing pancakes a lot lately too. I made some blueberry pancakes this morning.
I just try and get away from that shit that like in the box. I actually, because I tried making mayonnaise the other day and I failed.
You failed.
Dramatically again. Oh my god, I failed. I've tried twice now to make mayonnaise and both times I failed.
Well, mayonnaise is with eggs and
It's just eggs and oil.
Yeah.
And salt.
And salt.
Yeah, but I'm like, first I did it with the olive oil. They're like, olive oil don't work. I'm like, well, there's olive oil, fucking blah, blah, blah. Olive oil don't work. It tastes bad.
Really?
Yeah, it gets bitter.
Try peanut oil.
Well, I have avocado oil because avocado is supposed to be a healthy oil.
Right.
Like, part of the problem is most of those oils are so processed that they're not good for you.
Yeah.
Like, this avocado is like...
But they don't do that to peanut oil. It's a little different. Like, you know, it don't smoke at high temperature.
I think I'm going to try to get... Well, that's irrelevant because it's mayonnaise.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's cleaner.
Yeah,
it'll give you a cleaner taste.
I'm thinking I'm gonna look up sunflower seed because sunflower seed was supposedly the stuff that they used to use back in the day to make it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look that up and see how bad that is. But I got to figure out how to make a mayonnaise because I like mayonnaise, and mayonnaise with a good oil and the good eggs is not bad for you. It's like pretty fucking good for you actually. Like if you could make it with olive oil,
as long as it's fresh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you could make it with olive oil and it tasted good, it'd be like super good for you.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the olive oil too. You know, there's a large range when we talk about olive oil.
Yeah, but extra vinegar, because of the emulsification and shit, it kind of breaks down the
Oh, okay,
flavors.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
It causes a bitterness to come out that you
Gotcha.
can't do. Like, it's gross. Trust me.
It's gross, trust me, yeah.
And then I was like, got too impatient, so I added, because I didn't do the proper recipe the way the guy did it. Because he did it, like, I'm like, I just used the whole egg. Fuck it. I don't care if it's got egg white in it. And it's like, so I'm like, oh, I'll add a little extra oil because I added a little, because I was thinking because the extra egg, because his recipe was just the yolks. Nope. I should have just left it.
Well, you use the white and the yellow?
Yeah. Which next time I won't do it.
Yeah.
I'll just
separate it.
I'll use the whites to make a meringue or something.
Yeah.
Something for me to munch on.
Munch on, yeah.
Because I got some. Excuse me. I went to this. When I go to my leagues on Thursdays, I go out to this.
Your disc league.
No.
Your golf league?
Golf.
Okay.
Simulator. Hit it into a wall.
Right.
So, are you not going? Are you gonna go? So, I have to wait for Bruce because the way it is out that way, if I leave at like, because we start at 7, so in theory I should leave at 6 because it only takes a half hour to get there.
Okay.
And that gives me a half hour to
get set up.
No, if I left at 6 o'clock, the chances of me getting there before 7 are probably nil, because anytime between 4:30 and fucking 5:30. Hey, get the fuck! What are you doing with that look?
No.
Hey, Z.
Get down, young lady.
Anytime like that, get your own bone from him. Go get your own bone. So, this traffic is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You can almost guarantee that.
Where's this at?
Heading up Mound, like with Mound all fucked up, heading up towards Utica.
Yeah. It is.
Dude, so I have to leave like way early.
They just really fixed the roads up there, did they?
No.
Last year? Did
Mound
they
is still being worked on. It's still 2 lanes.
Damn.
Yeah. Van Dyke's alright, but even there's some spots that'll get caught up.
Yeah.
Because of the Mound traffic.
And there's so much traffic.
Yeah. So, there's a place we go to eat. It's called Sherwood Brewery. If you're up on Hall Road and Hayes.
Okay.
So M59 and Hayes.
I know what that is.
Right there, like right behind the Myers, there's like it's a little half road. There's a Buddy's Pizza in the same area. But my buddy of mine, a guy I know owns this place called Sherwood. It's real good. It's a brewery.
Oh, okay.
They make their own beer.
Cool.
And everything in house is all house made. So they make all their sauces. They make all the fucking. Obviously, they don't make the meats.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? They make everything else. So they got good food. So we eat there every fucking Thursday. Try to at least support the guy.
Yeah.
He's doing all right though. Beer sells.
It sure does.
But go into there's a. What would you call those the shops that have like It's a Middle Eastern shop. They sell shawarma. They like sell. You can get shawarma there to eat and stuff like that. But it's like a grocery store.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like everything in it is stuff from somewhere else.
Yeah. Imported food.
Yeah. So I went in there because I needed some tahini. Because I need to make me some more.
I like those kind of stores.
Fuego Twist OG. What strain you?
I like those kind of stores.
Yeah, it's
Because
awesome.
I can get my dates in there and my apricots.
Yeah, I should look for dates.
I love all that kind of stuff, man.
So I got this little jar of honey. It says Black Forest Pine honey. So I don't know if it's actually bee honey or if it's just like.
What other kind of honey could it be?
Well, I
You know, this bee honey. It's got to be bee honey. Honey. Bees produce honey. What are you talking about? What other kind of honeys are there?
I don't know. Hold on, I'll show you. Right here.
There's another kind of honey? Where have I been?
Black Forest honey. 100% pure. Grade A. So it's not the Black Forest, whatever it is. It's a little sticky. I got it sticky because, I had to try it. And it's really hard to try.
Real dark.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which would make sense if it comes
well,
from a fucking...
it probably has...
Cheesequake here from a friend. How is it?
Yeah, that cheese... I'm going to try that.
Yeah, one of these days.
Do you know anybody's got that?
No. Well, Timothy Bellinger right here said he does.
Tim!
I really wish I could read it. Oh, wow, this comes out of Saudi Arabia. No shit. I wish I'd have read that. I wouldn't have bought it. I don't know why. I'd just been like, nope, I'll grab that honey. Because there was so many different types of honey I could have bought.
It's tons of that.
That's the point. Is like I go in there, I could buy like, oh, they got nuts and honey. Have you seen that?
It is.
Where it's just a jar and it's full of a bunch of fucking nuts, and it's just honey. So you just take it and you just spoon it. I used to buy it to spoon it on my toast. Yeah. You just spoon it right on the toast.
Chow down.
Oh, dude, he says it's pretty good. This Fuego's okay.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I would daily smoke that.
You're always smoking homegrown.
I would definitely daily smoke that.
I do daily smoke it.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. Gluten free. Like, obviously, it's not going to have any gluten in it. It's honey. It's one of those things you would figure you wouldn't have.
They just put that shit on anything, man. Gluten free. You date a chick, she takes her clothes off, she got a thing on her body that says gluten free.
Good lord. See how well that one hit. You gonna take that one on the road with you?
That's one of them.
Yeah. Fuck.
I got about 20 or 30 of them.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought, dude? That would be something that that's what we should open up.
What?
A fucking comedy club.
We can do all that.
No, I'd do like a smoking, like make it so it's a smoking pot comedy club. Like,
that's why I want to get a multi-use building in a right location.
I know.
We can get. It could, a building should be multi-purpose.
Obviously, but like, you got to find the right area for it. That's all. I guess you would know where the areas are because I drive around and I'm scared.
I looked at two buildings today. Both of them were in Highland Park.
We've had Cheesequake.
We have?
Yeah, it's from Tom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just don't remember. We had so much shit.
We've had so much of his.
I know.
Al, Tom, whatever you want to call him.
He's at work now?
No, he's sleeping. I think. Or he's going to go to sleep so he can get up because he's got to be up with the kid.
Oh, okay. I got
So he probably stays up.
Yeah.
And then goes to sleep and then wakes up to go to work at whatever time. Which makes sense because they got the kid. So it makes it harder.
Yes, sirree, bye.
He's got a metal etcher.
A what?
An etcher thing. It's not metal. It's like one of those. Like I could give him this, and he could etch something on it.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. That's
Yeah,
it.
he bought it for his little tins. You know how he has the sticker?
Yeah.
So he did that in an etch
Cool.
on his tin. It looked pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure if he was here, he's probably going to want to come by and do a show to show off some shit. So,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
you know how he is.
Yes, I do. You tasted this?
Yeah, not really. I haven't had
Yeah,
it.
not really. Okay,
Well,
come
I tried
on.
to take some fingers of it, but I didn't want to stick my finger in it.
Oh, I
And
got
it's
you.
not like
Yeah.
it's not like I can just.
Because it seems really heavy.
Yeah, it's a real runny.
Oh, yeah, I see it running.
It's thick.
It
it's
is,
not-
man.
But
But
it's still runny. Like
yeah, yeah.
you dip it, and most of it falls off your finger by the time you try to get to it.
This might be some good shit, man.
You want a spoon to try it?
This might be some good. No, that's okay. But that might be some good shit.
I'm gonna try it on some peanut butter at some point,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what I do with it. I'll put it on like
Saudi Arabia.
I'll like do my apples and then put the peanut butter and then I'll put a little honey, a little cinnamon. For no
You know,
reason.
the world is a fucked up place. You know that?
It's so much better than when you were a kid. It is so much better than when you were my age.
Yes and no.
Think about that.
No. You
Yeah,
didn't. You didn't have all these. We've had 355 mass shootings this year in America. 355.
Yes. Yeah,
There's only 365 days in a year.
It's crazy it doesn't happen around here more. I feel like this area is going to be like ground zero for if the Civil War happens. Detroit's going to be ground zero
Well, Michigan's always going to be.
because it's going to be the suburbs fighting the city.
But see, Michigan has always been that kind of thing. I mean,
I know that's why I think it's going to be ground zero because it's one side being duped into believing that the other side's trying to take everything from them.
But you know what? I don't see it happening.
Well, I don't see it happening either.
Yeah,
People are too-
I mean, I see it could happen. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, it happens all over
Anything's
the world.
possible.
Yeah, there's
But-
civil wars happening right now in the
But
world.
it wouldn't last long.
It would be very sporadic.
Yeah, probably more like terrorism than
It would.
Yeah,
It
more
would
like
be-
terrorism.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
We're not talking, we're talking like mass shootings. Like that dude went up and literally shot up a fucking black church or the synagogue. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm like that kind of.
Well, that's what's
And then
going
there'll
on.
also be at some point there'll be, who knows what could
Man,
happen.
sometimes when I go to the supermarket, I put my pistol on, man, because I'm not gonna get caught.
Where do you go to supermarket?
It depends whether I'm lazy or not. If I'm not lazy, I go way out. It's better meat. It's
Yeah.
better produce.
Yeah, I know.
You
Trust me.
Yeah.
If I had,
Westbourne.
if I had the actual fucking like gumshoe and the money, I would go to places like you said, Westbourne
Yeah.
or other places. But I don't like being in there either because I feel so out of place.
I said, fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
I know.
And you know I'm out of place.
I'm-
You know you feel out of place.
It's still something that
But see,
I'm
that's,
working.
that's your feeling. Because you wouldn't look out of place.
No, that's not my point. My point is it's something that I've dealt with my whole life that you don't probably know anything about. Just that self-consciousness.
Oh,
of,
okay. That's what you're saying, a personal thing.
It's a personal thing. It's not nothing against like the
Gotcha.
people in there or anything like that. It's more about even if like you could say any store. I don't because like I go to my store because my stores I know where everything is. I'm always there. And I feel like that's how it's supposed to be.
And you know them and they know you.
No, I don't know any of them there.
But I mean, if you go there regularly.
Yeah, I feel like
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
just, so it feels like it's like, and I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. Like that's how food and grocery stores should be. They shouldn't be. I have to go fucking 15 miles over and shop in someone else's
Well,
place.
that's how it used to be, buddy, but it's not that way anymore.
No, I know, but that's my point.
Mom and Pop's
So
is dead.
well, the mom and pop and the yeah, because this Kroger I go to is shit compared to the Kroger right over here about 2 miles north.
Let me tell you something. The Kroger on 8 Mile in Wyoming is shit.
I've never
It's-
been in there.
It's
I
a
would be
shit
afraid to go in there.
Kroger's. It's a shit Kroger's. Don't go there.
No, I never would. That's in Royal Oak Township.
Yep.
That's not even in Detroit or fucking.
That's Royal Oak Township. You're right.
Which is an amazing, crazy anomaly of just like empty void.
Well, it's not like it used to be. Like, Royal Oak Township used to be really wild back in the day. Oh, yeah.
Well, they don't have a police force now.
Back in the 50s. Well, they had a police force then, and they had a couple of famous policemen on their force. I can't remember the guy's name now. But he was what they call a knuckle buster.
Oh, so he would get you if you came through? Because it's not a very big
No,
spot.
this is a black police officer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You got to remember something. Royal Oak Township is mostly black.
Yeah, I figured it was. That's why it's still a township.
Yeah, predominantly black. So, they've had black police officers there for a long time.
It's such a small area. It's not even a mile, is it? I don't think so. It's small. There's no, town. That's why
small.
it's a township, obviously.
That's why it's called a township.
It's just houses.
And they used to have a bar there. They call it the Bucket of Blood.
What the fuck?
It was right there where the Kroger's sitting at. And it's like a Coney Island there.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a bar there.
Oh.
And everybody called it the Bucket of Blood because it was always a fight. Somebody getting shot, stabbed. That's back in the day. Well, it was mostly stabbings. People got shot every now and then, but it was mostly stabbings back in those days.
Which could be just as bad.
Yeah, it could be, but it's hard to be a mass killer with just a knife. It's hard.
It is.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is. It's a lot harder.
You ain't gonna kill no 40 people or no 26 people with a knife.
Fuck no. And not even a sword. One of them motherfuckers is gonna have something to hit you.
It's crazy, man. We living in a crazy time. It's getting crazier. Oh, and you know what? I did my research on your boy Elon.
And he's your favorite guy?
He's not my type of guy.
Nah, I think he's just a Trump.
Yeah, he's not my type of guy.
I think he's a dude that got lucky.
I like him. I like technology. I like future shit. So that's how I was drawn to him. But then I did some research.
Research said what?
He's a mixed up dude, man.
So you're not excited about the neural plant that he says are about to start human trials?
Yes, I'm excited about that. That's what I mean. See, it's like I'm torn. His personality ain't the greatest in the world.
I get it, but my point is it's not even his personality. I don't even.
No, it's partly his personality. It's partly his personality.
I mean,
from my research, things he's said and done.
Yeah, that
I didn't know anything about.
He's a dude that comes from the benefit of apartheid. It would never admit that he was part of the apartheid, and would gladly go back to another apartheid if he had a choice.
As
long as he was on the top end of it.
That's how it is, dude.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I think the worry, he really believes that great replacement theory shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's afraid that it's you do realize that white people are not the majority.
Well, the dumb thing is, we're all black.
Yeah, we're all human.
We all come from the same source.
Yeah.
The ones that went north, their hair changed over hundreds of thousands of years. The complexion changed. I mean, come on, man. If you want to believe the scientists. The oldest person that they've come in contact with was an African. And, I've been doing a lot of research on that, too. Africans were all around the world.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
In Brazil, they have these big, giant statues.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, giant head. And all the features are African. So how did that happen? Because you had what do they call them? Anthropologists? Is that what
archaeologists?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They were saying that they couldn't figure out. These are big, they carved out of stone, big giant motherfucking thing, bigger than this table. And they were trying to figure out how they came up with that face.
You don't think that Africans could have, people don't have the... It's the gall to think that a civilization in Africa couldn't figure out how to get to fucking...
Well, that's what they're saying. They did.
Yeah.
In fact, they've traced it back where they mixed with the Polynesians, really, to make the Japanese. Something like that. They mixed with tribal people. The Africans mixed with indigenous Indians. Yeah, it's a fact.
I mean,
and the early...
I don't doubt it.
And I saw some early...
They got, I'm not like, no, you're wrong.
It's on YouTube. They got a picture.
Jesus was white.
They got... Oh, they talking about that too.
Oh, good Lord. I don't want to go there.
Oh no, this is a good one. Listen to this one. This one is great.
Mm-hmm.
The picture that the normal picture you see of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know who painted that picture?
I don't know.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Leonardo da Vinci. So he just made up something in his head.
Well, again, just like Michael is his interpretation of man, because that's what he was around. Just like Jesus' interpretation of Buddhahood was what it was, because he was a Jew, lived in a Jew world. That's just how it works. You can't be mad at the Mormon kids for not growing up and waking up and going, "Oh wow, Joseph was."
You said the Mormon kids.
I mean,
it's like those guys.
You know the story of Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The weird story.
Yeah, like he wrote the thing from
crazy story.
He had seer stones.
Yeah.
And then the lady took it and hid the shit, and he rewrote it with different seer stones because it was the devil.
Yeah, it's crazy. I kind of dipped into that a little bit too. That's really crazy.
Did you see what Scientology was about?
Oh yeah, that's crazy too.
Oh, that's just silly.
But
what?
It may have a foundation in realism.
No, the psychology does.
Right. Exactly.
And again, no, it doesn't, because it's not even really doing anything. It's just like you're just like talking about it. You're not actually like talking about why it sucks.
Look, dude.
You got to figure out why it sucks so you can detach from it.
They tried to get me into that thing.
What?
Scientology.
Dude, I never told you about that story.
They tried hard to get me.
Dude, there was one in Holly. Think about that. The village of Holly.
Man, they were motherfuckers, man.
Dude, they had a house. They're like free.
They had one here too.
Free personality exam.
In fact, they had a building. It was on Livernois, right off of Pembroke, between 8 Mile and 7 Mile.
Okay.
Okay, they had a building, and me and my friend was driving around one day, and these two really pretty white girls were hitchhiking.
On Livernois, you talking about the fucking? Is it a church now?
What is it now? No, what? Let me see. What is it now?
Because I know what Pembroke is. Pembroke is it's got the fucking party store,
the church, a parking lot on the side, and the U-Haul place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like maybe 2 or 3 stores down from that.
Okay.
And so we stopped. They jumped in the car. And was all
jumped in the car.
Yeah. Back then, hitchhiking was a thing.
They were trying to hitchhike.
Yeah.
I missed the hitchhiking part.
So, they
because just jumping in someone's car is a little crazy. But you're talking about some Mormons. Did they have, like, the Mormon suit on?
No, this is Scientology.
Scientology, okay.
Yeah.
So they don't wear
these 2 really pretty girls with these summer, like summer dresses on and shit,
Yeah, I didn't
get that. Yo, you guys want to go to a party? And me and my friend, Henry, they got us on here sometime.
I don't know if he's on here, but he might be.
Yeah, we were together.
Okay.
So, we want to go to a party. So they took us, like I said, on Livernois to the place. And they had cake and stuff to drink, some bologna sandwiches and shit. Yeah.
Like a white person party? Is that what you're saying? Like you would imagine, like an office party would
be? Like some kind of almost religious, but not quite religious party.
Oh, so like a Christian, like
you know what I mean?
Under the church.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And they separated me from my friend.
Okay.
There's 3 of them with me and 3 of them with them, and they were telling us about Scientology.
3 girls?
No, it's guys and girls. Now.
Okay.
Yeah, so they tell us about Scientology.
Yeah.
Scientology. Go clear.
Yeah.
You know, man. So I got out of there. Me and my friend got out of there. But my friend made the mistake of signing some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating. For 15 or 20 years, they sent him letters all the time. All the time. He wouldn't reply to them, but he kept sending the letters.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
So, my experience was a little tad bit different. There was no females. We were just bored walking through town because it was like right in, like there's a donut shop in like you're in Holly. It goes from here to here, and that's like it.
I got you.
So there's a donut shop here, and next to the donut shop's a house that's an office and a house. And it says free personality exam. And at that time, I'm trying to figure out who I, like, legit.
Yeah, you're searching for answers.
I'm really, like, in my head, like, oh, wow, this could be useful. Because I still believe, like, Jesus, like, I was, like, this was because I believed in Jesus.
Got you, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I was still in that Jesus trip.
Right.
And, I'm like, oh, this is going to work. Let's try this. See if they can tell me who I am.
Yeah.
250 fucking questions. That's what it was. 250 questions. You had to
Fill out a thing.
and it was, how do you feel? You know, one of those. Do you
Wait a minute.
rarely?
Was this Scientology?
Yeah.
You know something? I took that test. I remember that now that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I remember that now that you mentioned it.
Well, they walked away to do something, and we're like, nope, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, too much reading. I'm bored.
Yeah, it was.
Because I couldn't deal with that shit.
I
at
didn't.
that time.
I didn't finish. I didn't even do it. I just, got up, start walking around, and walked out of
I
there.
wish there was cake. Oh God, that would have been amazing if there was cake.
Yeah, there was cake at this one.
I believe it because they were probably doing that. Like,
Yeah.
You're talking about in Detroit. We're not
Yeah.
talking.
Right,
Detroit
right,
where
right,
there's
right.
There's literally.
And this was their building. They
Yeah.
had a building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had a little sign that was literally this big sitting on the fucking road that you could see if you drove by.
Yeah.
So you might pull in.
Scientology. Yeah.
Now they got a big building downtown.
Oh yeah.
They're
They big,
like-
they big time.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
They
Because they
big
don't have to
time.
pay taxes.
They big time, dude. They got big money.
They got out of that taxes thing. They got people to go, if you can believe that some dude was hung on a cross and then woke the next 3 days later.
See, Scientology really was spawned in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the stories.
And you got to remember something. California makes more money than some countries.
Yeah.
California has an economy bigger than most countries.
Yeah, I think it's like the third largest economy.
Yeah, it's
China,
huge.
Us and China.
It's
something like
huge.
that.
So it's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
You get a lot of recruits. People that are looking for themselves, want to be an actor, can't do it. There's a dishwasher.
I get that.
It's
I
all
mean,
kinds of shit going on.
That's how they get them with all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Church and shit. That's how you get people.
They get you when you're vulnerable.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
That's
get
the way
someone?
to do it.
I mean, why do you think so many people that are poor are Muslim? Like, Muslims are poor. It's because it's one of those, like, your life sucks now, but you do this, and you'll find happiness in the end.
But why? What do you mean poor?
What I mean, well, like, there are billions of Muslims. It's on a different level than
Yeah,
Christians.
isn't that's the second largest religion? Or is it the first?
I think it's
It's the largest.
second.
It's the second.
I think Hinduism, like, if you combined Hinduism into one, they're the largest because there's like more people in India than. But at the same time, Muslims are close.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of Muslims in
There's
India.
like 1 billion Muslims.
Yeah, it
Or
is.
some shit like
It's
that.
a lot of them.
So, but in my mindset, like, again, not all of them are poor, but they do live simpler lives.
They have different standards
Yeah.
than we do here.
Well, again, because, you know.
But you can go there and find modern cities, You know.
Yeah, I know.
They might not have everything we have, but
Yeah.
you know, they're modern cities. They got pharmacies and doctors and lawyers and all that shit.
Oh yeah, they're human beings. I'm
But
not
then you
saying
can
they're not.
drive 60 miles outside of the city and be like camels and shit.
I mean, you don't
You
spend
be in the
much
desert.
time. You don't spend much time outside your city, do you? You could say the same shit here.
Well,
It's
most
just not
people don't.
desert. It's just fucking woods with bears and wolves.
Most people don't. Most people don't.
Man, if the wolves come back, you know, there used to be 1 million wolves.
Mm-hmm.
When we hit the continent,
There used to be 1 million wolves. There used to be 1 billion goddamn buffalo.
they estimate that when the Europeans hit the continent, there was 1 million wolves on this continent,
I believe that.
and now there's not even close to 100. Like I think they're
So what does that tell you?
They're dangerous and people got scared.
That the indigenous people here lived with them.
Oh yeah,
They didn't kill them
yeah, because
unless they had to.
because they weren't greedy, raping the land.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't kill them unless they had to.
Mhm.
You know, they learned to live with them. It's just like the buffalo. It was 1 billion buffalo.
Yeah,
1 billion. They said
Yeah.
a buffalo. They said a buffalo herd could start going by you in the morning, and it would still be going in the evening with no breaks. That's how many buffalo it was.
that is.
There's a picture.
I don't know if I mean.
Have you ever seen that picture?
I wonder how good buffalo meat would have been.
What's his name?
back
Buffalo Bill Cody. You ever see that picture?
then.
Yeah.
No.
It's a mountain of dead buffalo. A mountain. And he's sitting on the top with a big buffalo hunting gun like this. It's unbelievable. They
So you just made money off of it.
They just slaughtered
Yeah,
those
because that's
animals.
like straight like cash. Ship that shit.
Well, they made money off of it. Plus, they knew if they took the buffalo away, the Indians
Indians
wouldn't have
would
nothing to eat.
starve,
Yeah. 'Cause most Indians are nomadic.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They're not farmers, so to speak.
I think a lot of humans used to be mostly, but then you get into when the shit starts freezing, shit changes. You have to be a little less nomadic and a little more prepared.
Yeah. Well, if you live in areas that get cold.
Yeah, which again sometimes are the safest areas. But then again, a polar bear will fuck you up.
A polar bear, it's a lot. Wolverine will fuck you up. It's a lot of shit that'll fuck you up.
Wolverine will fuck
A
you up.
moose will fuck. What are you talking about? A big
Moose will
buck?
fucking destroy
A big
you.
buck or a moose?
Run you down just because you near
I'm
him.
telling you, they'll do it, dog.
You'd be like, you be pissing, and you'd be like, you pissing in my spot, motherfucker?
and a motherfucking full-grown moose is a big animal.
You can't outrun it.
No, you can't.
Uh-uh.
It's a huge animal.
You better hope to fucking God it misses.
I mean, the first time I saw one, I was like impressed with how big the animal was. You know,
I've never seen. I mean, I don't know. I don't
we
think
were
I've ever
we were
seen that in
about
person.
we were about a quarter of a mile away. We had some binoculars, and you know, it was a big moose. He was big as hell, man. The guys told me he probably weighed about 11 or 1,200 pounds. I was like, what? Huge animal.
So I might have seen a moose. I don't think I have though. They got moose up there. Uncle Dean says.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay in the cold area because they're smart.
We had moose stew. Somebody hit a moose. When it happens, they take and cut it up and give it to like soup kitchens and stuff like that. Yeah, my second day in Fairbanks, I ate at the soup kitchen because I didn't know anything but that, right?
Yeah.
And we had moose stew. That stuff was super good. Oh my God, it was so tender and good.
Yeah, that's the way. That's smart. So I did the test. I cooked me a pizza. I cooled it, threw it in the fridge, kept it overnight, took it to Chet's, cooked it in his oven, and it was. I didn't eat it, but he was impressed.
Cool.
I should have taken it.
But why didn't you eat it?
Because I wasn't really hungry and I didn't want to eat any. I'm like, I'm done. I've eaten enough. Like I ate it the day before. I knew
You don't want to OD on pizza.
Yeah, I am ODing on pizza. I already eat too much of it as it is. But I mean, most of it's been mine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's no. All right. What are you going psycho for, psychos? Hey!
Psycho dogs. When you guys get a chance, it would be nice if you could subscribe, please. I need them. I need those likes and subscribes. Next month is I'll have a post box, so you can send me stuff and we can do things.
Yeah.
I'll take challenges. I'll do the 1 chip challenge.
We definitely smoke your weed. Give it to us.
Yes, sir.
Just double checking, making sure no one. So, what was I watching the other day? It was like, I just been watching. I just started this show called Echo 3. It's on Apple, so like most people aren't gonna watch it.
Right, because it's on Apple?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm not familiar.
You gotta pay for Apple. It's good. They have like good shows. Like
So-
Ted Lasso is really like my favorite show.
I know about that show. I've seen little snippets of that
Yeah.
off and on. But this show you're talking about is called what?
Echo 3.
Echo 3. Is that sci-fi or is that
No, it's military. Like
military?
they're fucking so like. Lady gets married to rich dude who's in her brother, they're like a Delta team, like a SEAL team or some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she's in. Fuck is she? She's in Colombia, and her little group they're with gets snatched up, and she's the only one that survives because she's American because they're worth more.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, so she's in Colombia, and then they figure out like her husband snuck in a fucking military grade tracking device, you know, into her bag without her knowing, and they found it.
So yeah. Oh, they found it.
They found it.
Oh.
Which made them go, okay, well, she's worth more because this is military. This isn't
Right,
something
right.
some regular you can go buy.
You
off the
walking
street.
around with,
You
yeah.
gotta be somebody. So then that's when they, you know, we're at that point now where they've tried to rescue her a couple times and it's failed.
A couple of times, huh?
Yeah, like.
So who are the villains that kidnapped her?
They're like a small little resistance group that's mad about something.
I mean, are they foreign?
No, they're
domestic. This all domestic.
I don't know if they're. I think they might be foreign, but I don't know. It might be something like a. But again, I don't. If it is, it's just a rebel group, and I don't know they're.
Some mercenaries.
Like they want things to change. They want to be the next group that comes up and shows them. You know, gets the. And it's like I didn't really understand what they wanted.
So it's a little political.
Okay. Super political. It became political. It was money.
Yeah.
But then they realized that
Then it turned into power and
now
money.
it's like, oh, now we're going to use the political. We're a group that we're stealing. We're kidnapping people.
Yeah, but that's what they do.
For the money, so we can use it to fight our little rebel war against the government. Which, you know.
That's what they do, though. That's big down in Mexico, man. Kidnapping motherfuckers, man.
It's not Mexico.
No, I'm just saying, down in Mexico, that's big ransoms for kidnapping people down there. It's big time. I think that shit goes on in the Philippines a little bit.
I think that's just what they want you to think. I really am of the belief that if they told people that Mexico was a great, sunny, happy, fun vacation, no, just hear me out.
No, I'm listening.
I know you've watched it and you know what you know, and you may be right.
No, I'm listening.
And I'm probably wrong.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
But the thought of Mexico being this happy-go-lucky, because again, it's better climate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's nicer in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. cheaper to live.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it cheap to live down there? Because they don't want you to live down there. They
You
want you to
said,
stay
why
up
is
here.
it cheap to live down there? It's cheap to live down there because the standard of living is lower. It's a
No,
lower
there's people
standard.
live in fucking really nice places. Mexico City has 25
Oh,
million
sure.
people.
No, of course. It's one of the biggest cities in the world.
Yeah.
Mexico City is.
Yeah.
It might be the biggest.
No, I don't think so.
I think it is.
It's
I believe it's the biggest city
it probably
in the
goes
world.
back and forth.
I believe it's the biggest. I think the next to it is like 22 million or something like that. But it's the biggest. Yeah. I remember seeing that statistic. But
It's the largest one on this side of the
without a doubt.
On this side of the fucking
Without a
planet.
doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Then again, Rio
De Janeiro.
has got a lot of people too.
Yeah, but it's not as big as Mexico City.
Because like Brazil itself is the most populated country in South
man.
America by a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a ton of Brazilians. And see, now that's a culture that's really mixed. You got the Africans mixing with the Europeans, and it's just all mixed up. You got all kinds of nationalities all mixed together in Brazil. That's why
Right.
you got such a wide range of. The people have a wide range of colors. You know, you could be light skinned with brown eyes. They could be black as hell with blue eyes. All that kind of shit, man. They say Brazil has some of the finest women in the world. That's what they say.
Well,
I've never been there, but that's what I've heard.
I mean, they do say that, but you know, I guess it's your preference.
Yeah.
You know, because if you like Asian ladies, that's probably not where they're gonna find them.
But you know, they're close. They're almost related.
I mean, we're all
Asians-
related.
Asia, but I mean, on a scale that's recent, is what I'm saying. Not ancient, on a recent scale. They're really a lot of like Latinos, Filipinos. Their languages are similar.
You know what I've come to believe is we're the relatives of the tribes people that survived the last
The
great
last
fire.
catastrophe.
Yes.
Yeah, you might be right.
Because if everyone goes tomorrow, all in 10,000 years, everything we built, everything is 90% of it's gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If not 95.
Yeah. Very little
Just
is left.
gone.
Very little is left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to dissolve within.
But by that time, humans will have come back out of the fucking woods and started to want to do, you know, there'll be the mutation if they can get through again.
But so it's going to start all over again.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, what else could it do?
Well, we got to stop that from happening.
I don't think you can stop it from.
I don't think you can either. But,
Because I think man's nature is so fucked up
I mean,
that it's going to continue for a while longer. Or maybe this is where you come. Maybe this is like purgatory. You're not in hell, but you're not in heaven. You're just kind of confused, dazed, and confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what?
Trying to learn,
Yeah, just don't.
get knowledge.
The whole fucking heaven and hell thing, like the whole. What's heaven?
It's no.
You know what sounds like hell? Living in heaven for eternity. You get what I'm saying?
So you get tired of being nice all the time, huh?
No, it's just tired. At some point, you will get bored of having everything you have.
No, you can't. Not in heaven. You can't get bored in heaven.
Ah, dude.
That word doesn't exist in heaven.
Okay. There's no heaven, so whatever.
So I can make it anything I want to make it.
Did you ever see The Invention of Lying with Ricky Gervais?
No.
Oh, it's such a good movie. Spoiler. Granted,
He's an interesting
like
individual.
10,
though.
12 years old. So he's a huge atheist. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the premise is, in this world, no one lies. Like, no one lies. So, like, TV is just people telling stories about other people in the past. like a dude reading a book, because people can't be actors. They can't.
Oh, because you're deceiving. You right. I get it. Right.
Like, everything. So, like, for
Right.
example, the hair, like how Home Dude just blast me on my hair. That would be every person that walked by would just say it. It would just like the first thing you think in your head that you hide, it comes out.
It comes out.
Yeah, there's no hiding it.
Right.
Well, Ricky Gervais learns how to lie.
Oh shit!
Like he realizes he can lie.
He learns how to lie.
So he goes to the bank and he's like, she says something and he goes, "Oh man, that ain't right." And she goes, "It's not? Okay. Well, what did you have?" And he goes,
makes up some shit.
Yeah, just says some shit, and she's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Let me put it back. Sorry, must have been a clerical error." Because in her mind,
it's no lying.
No lying.
Yeah, so he couldn't be lying.
Oh God,
that's crazy. That's a crazy premise.
It was pretty good. It's got but his mom's dying. Right? She's like on her deathbed. And she's scared and she's crying. She's like, I don't want to go into the black void. I want to be here. I don't want to, like, she's not like, I don't want to go to hell or anything. It's like, I don't want to go into where there's nothingness. And he goes, no, Ma, there's a place where you can have there's a big house with a big old porch and like a car and all our old friends and family are there waiting for you. And she's like, she like lights up. She's like, oh my God, super excited. The trick is the doctors and shit all see it too, and they're like, is that real? No, not that real. Tell me more. Like, not is that real? There's no questioning it.
Right, exactly.
Tell me more.
He's telling the truth.
Oh yeah. Like now he becomes a messiah because he made up a story. Yeah. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It was a pretty good. And him and his son can lie at the end.
That's deep.
Yeah, it was a fun premise. I enjoyed It's Ricky Gervais. You don't like Ricky Gervais?
No, I like him.
No, I know, but like my wife hates him, so
yeah,
she's never gonna like the movie.
Right, exactly.
You know? And at that time, I was still in my angry atheist phase. You know, like you go through that.
Angry atheist.
I don't know. Because I was raised pretty Christian, like not pretty Christian. My dad used it as a way not to be around me, but you know, he's still like we were a Christian family.
Right.
We believed like pretended like Easter was a relevant thing, and yeah. Nah, it was tough. It wasn't tough to come to grips with it. It was just like one moment I believed it, the next moment it was like it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Yeah.
Like it was just all of a sudden it was like that doesn't like
a veil was lifted.
Like how do you
the veil was lifted. That's
it's like reading listening to books about people telling you the different like things and like how the world works, and then read you the Bill Maher movie he did.
Yeah.
About it. That was pretty much. And then my brother losing his mind about it kind of pushed me over the top. When he went full bore.
That was really close to you, yeah.
When he went full bore and it was like, I'm not going to get it. It's not even that I'm not going to get it. It's just like, nah. That doesn't
not for me.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
That's life, though, man. That's life. You can go in any direction at any time.
Yeah. I went with the one that said, do this and you'll feel better. And I did I try to do the things it says to do, and I feel better.
You followed your mind.
Yeah.
You followed what you wanted to do instead of what somebody else wanted you to do.
Oh, well, that was easy. I was never someone to follow what. Like that was part of the reason my dad and I never got along, because I didn't want to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to play sports and shit, and he had gotten out of sports because of his wife. Like I wanted to ride dirt bikes, but he didn't have dirt bikes. So like, he didn't want to do anything that we did. He wanted to go to car shows and
yeah.
And I don't like fucking. Cars are expensive, man. I don't understand how you could fucking.
Cars are very expensive. I like cars
like
too.
Like a hobby like that just blew my wig back.
I like cars, but I can't afford to really do what I want. cars.
Smoke the bud, you will feel better. I feel fine. I didn't say I felt bad.
Is that what he said?
Uncle T.
Smoke the bud, you'll feel better.
It's probably true, I guess.
No, it's true. It's true. I can vouch. I'll put it this way. I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
It's true to me. I'll put it that way. Because that's all you can say. It's true to me.
Oh, man. So I go in Sunday to give them my information and probably figure out when I start training.
At the pizza joint?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how it's done. And
so you don't know what days you're working yet, do you?
No.
Yeah.
I want to see if I really am going to enjoy it as much as I think I'm going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can enjoy doing it here, then I'll definitely enjoy it myself.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just, doing it for yourself is different.
Totally different.
Mm-hmm. The fuck, man.
Sounds like a helicopter.
It's definitely a helicopter. We don't get helicopters. Could you imagine we lived in a world where we had to deal with that shit? That would suck.
What, helicopters flying above all the time?
Yeah, like, where would you go? You don't want to go into the basement because if they blow up the top of that, like, shit falls on top of the house and you get buried underneath. So what do we do?
You have to
Just hope.
You have to have an open mind and know what you're doing.
Fucking.
Well, see, if it's fear.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm talking like if you're in like Ukraine right now, trying to
Exactly.
Like, you can't. I obviously can't put myself in their position because they're fucking.
Well, first of all, you'd be in a different mindset. Totally different mindset.
Yeah.
Because
I'd
you're in
probably be shooting at people.
Yeah, you're in a survival mode for real. It's called life or death situations, which are no one knows how it's going to affect them until they're in that situation.
Yeah.
That's got to be a bitch. I don't ever want to have to experience war firsthand.
I'm hoping not.
Because it don't sound like nothing nice.
Oh man, I'd rather not shoot somebody.
And why are we still... That's what I mean when I say we're still primitive motherfuckers, man. The fucking aliens don't give a fuck about us. They're just watching us.
Yeah, but some of us aren't.
Not enough of us.
Yeah, but talk to the ones that are.
Well, they've been trying. It don't work, dude. Don't you think they've been trying?
No.
It's the evil of man.
What about man?
Because everybody should have enough.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody should.
There's another movie.
And it's possible for everybody to have enough, but there's something called greed.
That's another movie you've never seen, but you would really dig. The Platform.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, it's a prison. And there's 2 people per platform. And you don't know how many numbers of floors there are.
You don't know how many platforms there are.
Right. But you do know that they put every person's food, because when you go into this prison, they ask you what your favorite food is. Well, they put your favorite food on the platform.
Okay.
And the platform then drops to the first floor, sits for about half hour or something like that to the second floor, and it just keeps going down and down and down. So you can imagine what happens. There's enough food. If you grab one plate, you survive. Everyone in this prison would have food.
Oh,
but by the time it gets to say that...
Oh, people grabbing 2 and 3 plates?
No, they're just literally jumping on it and scarfing it.
Oh, shit.
And, by the time it gets down to the 100th floor...
Yeah.
No, less than that. 60th floor, there's nothing.
There's nothing left.
No, there's fucking not even bones. People have eaten the bones.
God damn. That's horrible, man. Who came up with that shit? That's horrible.
Isn't it? But it's a very good, what you were talking about. There's enough for everyone to eat.
And it is.
And this platform has enough for, they literally make everyone's perfect dish. It is, and they show you the process too. It's like fucking 5-star chefs making these fucking dishes.
Yeah, right.
Souffles.
Yeah, all good shit.
And it's
Cordon bleu.
Dude, it's a masterpiece every time it's on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And 6 floors down, it's a fucking disaster.
That's crazy, man.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
That is insane.
Like they're on the 24th floor or something, like he's in the 20s. So like he's like first couple days, because you're there for a week. First couple days he's all like, no, I'm not gonna do it, man, because all that's left is bones and like the gristle and the shit that's on the bones. Like there's not much left. There's
just
plates to lick,
drippings.
Yeah. So I think he goes up and he sees it at like the 6th floor, and then they wake up on the 60th floor. And when he wakes up, he's tied up because the guy woke up before him.
Oh.
And tied him up because he's gonna fucking just carve
he
off.
can't get the food. Yeah,
carve off a little meat off him or eat him.
Eat him?
Yeah, he's gonna eat him so he survives. I think it's 2 weeks. I think you're in there for 2 weeks.
Damn.
2 weeks per floor.
That's crazy.
So if you're on 63 and there's nothing coming down, think about that. You gotta go 2 weeks without eating almost. So he was ready to eat that motherfucker.
Yeah, you gonna eat whatever you can eat. Probably start eating yourself.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because there's like a whole under layer to it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it was a good movie. It's in a different. It's like in, I think it's a movie like in Brazil, like filmed in Brazil. So it's like in like whatever their language is. So it's
Portuguese.
Yeah, you gotta read.
Oh, subtitles.
Yeah, you have to read unless you know how to speak it, which I do not.
Me either.
Like the one I was to, the Echo 3 has a lot of fucking Colombia, so whatever their language is, a lot of that.
They're all Hispanic. Yeah,
Spanish.
They're all Hispanic.
So
Mexico.
They
all
talk
that.
so fast that sometimes the fucking
the
caption can't keep up.
Oh man, they can go, can't they?
Yeah, the caption's like. You're like, wait, I know that's at least 3 fucking sentences that just came out. It's like, boop, 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 and they just pop them off.
Man, you be like, what the? There's no way I ever learn that language.
Dude, my friend Rico, a buddy of mine I used to work with at ER, he was our translator because he can speak
different languages.
Well, he can speak Spanish pretty fluently. He speaks 3 languages. He speaks Hood because he's from like downtown Pontiac.
Got you.
He speaks Spanish
and English.
He speaks English because Spanish was his first language, I think.
Yeah.
Like he spoke Spanish with his grandma before he learned English.
Yeah.
Type shit. But he speaks fluent English, so you wouldn't be able to tell that he speaks Spanish unless you heard him say it because his English is
perfect.
Yeah,
it sounds right.
It sounds like an American, yes.
Right.
But him and we had these 2 Mexican guys that worked for us that were like illegals. Hector and
they were like illegals.
Yeah, they were like definitely illegals. Hector and Daniel. Because I like Daniel. Hector was cool, but Daniel, I really like Daniel. I wish I could find him.
Yeah.
If he's still around, I wish I could get him on the show just to come by and say hi. He seemed like a really genuine person.
Now, was he Mexican Chicano?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like straight, like him and his wife snuck his wife over, and his kid was born here.
Yeah.
So his kid's American. So he's still here. I can't imagine he would leave. His kid's American. So,
yeah.
But he had other kids in Mexico. But they would get into fighting. And Rico would be like, dude, I can't understand him. He's too mad at me. He just keeps talking too fucking fast. Like and Rico really can speak Spanish. Like he can get going, but there's a certain level where they get to like they're so much faster talking than we are.
Really, they are, man.
Yeah,
It's
their language comes out so much quicker.
yes. It's a lot going on when they talk. So, well, it seems to be a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how our language sounds to other people. It probably sounds like gibberish.
No, because most of them are taught it.
Yeah, there's a lot of places. Anywhere the Catholic Church was kind of dominant,
You're gonna have English.
you could have some English.
Yeah, or Italian.
It's a crying shame, isn't it?
What?
What's it?
Now you can just use your phone.
Huh?
You can be like, tell this dude he's got a cool hat.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll do it.
Yeah.
So, language barrier is not really a thing anymore.
No, it's not. You got that translator.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll have an earpiece you bill where like your Bluetooth will just do it.
You know, it'll be that implant, man.
That's
why the implant.
I hope he.
Well, I mean, it'll be a lot of people doing it. It's not gonna just be him. You understand what I'm saying? But
No, I don't even think he'll do it until it's done by other people.
there you go.
There's no way he puts it in his head first.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about
Yeah.
the technology itself. No, I'm not talking about it. You know, but I don't know.
I don't either.
He might.
No, he won't.
Mm-hmm.
He'll put it in his head eventually. Man, I think a little short. I'm gonna write a short story.
You know, there's already a guy walking around with it in his hand, his arm. You know.
One of the friends of the show, Mr. Bruce Barr, has an implant in his head.
Right. This dude has
fucking
it.
having seizures.
This dude has it where he can control things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, now they have it where they can just slide it on and it does it by just your muscles.
And thought and muscles.
Yeah, because it's reading the electrical neurons in the arm as you're moving to tell the hand to do what it's doing.
Yep.
Yeah, well. So yeah, Neuralink might work, but what's it going to work for? Am I going to be able to watch porn in my eyeballs?
It's gonna be.
So I'll be sitting like this instead of sitting like this?
You're not gonna need your phone.
Yeah, so I'll be like... Do I gotta look at a white screen, or do I just look at... Like, is it all of a sudden just gonna be two people humping right there?
No, it'll be in your cortex.
Oh, so it'll just, like, make it feel like I'm seeing it?
It'll be almost like a hologram, I'm thinking.
If it's in your head, is it cheating?
What's cheating? You know, of course it's not cheating.
Because what if it's, like, holographic to the point where it's, like, you're there, like... Boop, boop, you can touch the table type shit.
You're there.
I feel like that'll happen.
But are you really there?
No.
See, exactly.
Well, you gotta watch Black Mirror.
That's that whole thing, man.
You really need to watch Black Mirror.
I do?
Yes.
I'll figure it out.
Because Black Mirror is one of those shows that's like, it's Alfred Hitchcock meets future tech.
Scientific, yeah.
Like shit that could come.
Yeah.
Shit that's in development now that this is what the ramifications could be. Video. Like,
of the technology.
Yeah. Like they have a headset that they can put on your head and it can show you the thoughts of what the thing saw. Whatever you saw.
Oh, like
if I ask you a question,
because it's already imprinted.
Yeah, what's happening is if I ask you leading questions, so like, what were you doing today? Your memory is going to automatically bring up
that image.
You may not tell me what it is.
Yeah, but it's good. The image is going to come up. Of course.
So you can see it on this little box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. They have an MRI hat that's got to be coming soon. I don't understand how it doesn't exist. Like, the medical industry is such a fucking powerful piece of shit. Like, if they actually gave a fuck about people,
There's things out there probably like we probably already have fucking beds that cured shit.
You know, you're right. You're right. The technology part of it.
Because there's like, there's a lady developed a fucking MRI shower cap that can give you a complete MRI. Actually, even
Oh, okay. I see what you're
even
saying.
deeper MRI.
You guys still recording?
Yeah. Even deeper MRI.
Hungry.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Of the fucking thing.
Yeah, I know. Technology is a dog, man.
We'll see what happens. Well, if what's his name's right, Kurzweil's right, we got another 15, 17 years and the singularity happens.
That reminds me of, remember the millennium?
Yeah, but you know what the singularity is? It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's just a moment in time where we passed what we knew.
Right. And it's a different,
like an AI
it's a different frequency.
Yeah, they believe that the AI is going to take us to a different level.
Different frequency, yeah, exactly.
The things that AI, like, because when life becomes, like, death becomes avoidable.
Right. Transferable.
That changes things.
Get down,
in the way people
Get
think. The way they act, the way they do things. It changes everything.
Yep. Hopefully I'll be around to see some of that.
We'll see. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe, please. See you next Friday or earlier, maybe. Oh, don't forget to go to Smoke Jam and subscribe so I can go do live shows on Smoke Jam on Mondays for basketball. Basketball getting high.